Hello, everybody. Unfortunately, due to a mild amount of stream shenanigans, I had to switch things up. I unfortunately waited to the last minute to try and get the Game Boy Advance stuff running. It did not running, so I'm doing a slightly different thing, which I'm sure there's not going to be any major complaints. It's still Kirby. Everyone loves the Curb your enthusiasm. I'll give it a couple more seconds, but anyway, Kirby's Dream Land 3. Got a cute little introduction. This may be a one night stream, might be multiple nights, who knows? I am not as familiar as this with this one as the others. I mean, I'll probably get into my history with it a bit later. Please let me know if I'm breathing into the mic too much. Admittedly, sort of tricky to judge that sometimes. We'll give it a couple more seconds, let people flow on in. But anyway, yes, Kirby's Dream Land 3. It's one of those Kirby's I wanted to replay it at some point because I have not played this one nearly as much as, say, Kirby Superstar, which I've probably played 1,000 times. I mean, this is a good game. I'm hesitant to really, say what a bad Kirby game is because, I mean, even like what I would say is my least favorite Kirby game is still decent. It's still a solid video game. So I'm just gonna fiddle with the sounds. Like I would say, like I don't like Kirby. I mean, I don't want to be like on the negative try. Like I can say I don't like Kirby as much. Um, Kirby's Dream Land 3 as much as the others, but it's on its own. It's a wonderful game. I might not, it might not live in my soul like Kirby Superstar does, but in the end of the day, Kirby is still up there. In like the 90 percentile of platformers. Ah. Anyway, Kirby's Dream Land 3. It's an interesting little gem in that it came out after Kirby Superstar, which was, I believe, a Sakurai handled Kirby game. It's done by, I'm blanking on the name. I'll have to look it up. But the person who did like Kirby's Dream Land, I think I want to say 2, also did on Kirby 64 Crystal Stars. The other ones are kind of named the Dark Matter trilogy, I suppose. So yeah, it's got a really cute style. I mean, Kirby Superstar is a beautiful game, but this has that hits that like really nice kind of hand drawn looking style. Maybe you could compare it to say Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. Unfortunately, I think it had a couple things that worked against it. It came out like at the back end of the Super Nintendo, like real the Nintendo 64 was really taking off is when it was released in America. So a lot of people I could easily imagine just kind of moved on, which I you know can understand. So as you saw, Dark Matters came to town and he's causing some trouble. So we got to get on our star and just be like, Dark Matter, back off. This is Kirby's joint. Anyway, the Dark Matter trilogy for the at least 2 and 3 are notable for having animal buddies, like in the vein of say Yoshi, or in the vein of the animal buddies from Donkey Kong Country. So Kirby, it looks so lovely. Hello. It's gonna take me like a second to get the controls down. Admittedly, I'm using the Xbox controller, and sometimes the mapping's a bit weird. So yeah, Kirby has the same other abilities. He can summon. So I accidentally summoned this little buddy named Gooey. He operates like the helper in any other Kirby games, or in Kirby Superstar has helpers. Kirby Star Allies has helpers. And he'll help you with some puzzles. Um, Unfortunately, I'm gonna want to say goodbye to him here at least, if I can remember the button, just because I don't want him throwing off my self. Throwing off, he does kind of mess up some of the puzzles, which he wants to help. He really does. He just makes some mistakes, which I get that. We all do. So these are the animal friends, which I have to remember the buttons. So you have Rick, who was one of the original three, and then you have Nago, who was one of the three out for this one. So Nago especially, he has a triple jump. He's kind of slow. I mean, he can run. You have to do that double tap. Double tap. He's a chufty little fellow. Sorry, cat friend, but I want to kind of stick with Rick. You may recognize Rick from Kirby's Dream Land 2, or Kirby Star Allies, in which he teams up with his good buddies, Ku and Kine. They just work together as a thing. Rick can't swallow, so he just opens his mouth. Unique thing. There's not as many power-ups in this game as there are in Kirby Superstar. I'd say there's 6 or 7, give or take. But they combine with the animal buddy you have for some pretty interesting combinations. So yeah, got my animal friends. Rick can jump on enemies. Kirby typically cannot, unless he's like falling from a very high height. Rick can climb walls. So yeah, they just add unique little things. Now Kirby is this horrible blade, no longer orb. Now he is blade. You fling him at your foes. Well, I did not want to kill him necessarily, but blocks, of course, they correspond to abilities. So for here, I have the umbrella. Now, we're going to just make Kirby bobble about. But yes, so all these different little combinations. Some of them you use for puzzles, such as here. Get a 1-up. You got to try the different combos. This is a beam in the style of the beam ability from, say, Kirby's this time, Kirby's Superstar and Kirby's Adventure, which Kirby's Adventure is the first one to introduce the copy abilities. So, I mean, this is an adorable game. Listen to this music. Hope the music's showing up in the game. It's just fantastic. I mean, it's got a cute art style. I still like Kirby Superstar more because I played so much more of it. There's some things in this game which are, some decisions I'm kind of cold on slightly. I rented it once. I got frustrated with something. Yeah, I probably have to turn the music. I turned the sound down a bit because it was kind of loud for me, but I'll turn it up. Ultra is interesting. I'm probably going to stream Ultra rather than Superstar Vanilla, just because I'm not as familiar as Ultra. It would be cool to do more with it. So, well, here we go though. Yeah, typing on the phone does suck. Anyway, I gotta get around. So we have puzzles. You have to solve some of these puzzles to be able to get to the final boss. So do not stomp the flowers. Poppy Bros does not give. I don't believe gives bomb in this game. Bomb, it was only in Kirby Superstar. No, at this time only in Kirby Superstar. When this game was out, you had Kirby's Dreamland, Dreamland 2, Dreamland 3, Adventure, and Superstar. And Adventure and Superstar sort of went their own little way. This one, it's the Dark Matter trilogy. So yeah, for not killing any flowers, I get this little heart piece. which like doesn't you need them for the good ending. You get your little Kirby jump game, and that's that. Oh, I do not know if I remember the puzzle for this one, but I will try. Um, th- this game has a very rare power. I'm gonna see if I can get up. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of I keep trying to triple jump, but well. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna kill a witch. You know, don't touch the witch. Don't touch witches. Don't touch wizards. I was trying to see if I could slide, but I guess I cannot slide on this, buddy. This game has Broom. Broom appears in this game. I don't believe appears in any others, off the top of my head, except for the newest game, Kirby Star Allies. Which, that is a huge range of difference. This game came out like late 90s. Star Allies was what? 18 or 19, so nearly 20 years, give or take. I'm not going to do really precise math. Yeah, we get the power of Broom. I believe for this one, I want to have... Oh, that wasn't the button I wanted to press. It's weird having to figure out the buttons to leave your animal buddy and also to lose your powers. It takes a little practice. I want to have this one. This is Choo Choo. She's the girl. She's a blup. Some sort of blob. Oh no, I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, she can climb from ceilings and she has that little grip attack. And she can just, swing Kirby. Oh, there we go. So that was her ceiling hanging, which, admittedly, limited use, but what you gonna do? She has a similar float to Kirby, but it's not quite as, we don't get as much vertical, and you don't really get that infinite, endless, flight. Oh, shoot. Let's do Needle for... So Needle, again, that's one... It was in this, and it was in Kirby's Adventure. It was not in Kirby Superstar. I think this was in Kirby's Dream Land 2. Then it kind of... It was in 64, Crystal Shards. Then it kind of sporadically appeared here and there. I think it was in maybe a couple of the modern Kirbys, the 3DS, the Wii to 3DS era, but I don't believe it was in Star Allies. No, it was not, because there is no Star Allies. I mean, there was no Needle Helper. And yeah, Super Nintendo had some pretty dope stuff. I would say some of the best platformers. That the whole 16-bit era had some amazing ones. I mean, there were some that were kind of sketchy. All right. Can I make... I do not remember how you make this spring happy. Might have to look that one up. If anyone remembers how, let me know. If you don't, I won't hold it against you, but... Anyway. I don't know, for now, I'll just do the, maybe tonight, get through as much as I can. If after 2 hours, we'll see where I'm at. The next day, maybe next time I stream, finish the game, / do some cleanup. I can kind of off-screen my research. All right, let's see what our helper is this game. All right, we have the two very sad and miserable animals. We have Ku and Kine. No, yeah, yep, Ku and Kine. So, nope, I want that back. It's gonna take a little bit of work to... Yeah, you can come along, Gooey. I mean, there's no water near, so why do I need a fish? Ku is probably broken, though. I mean, he can fly very fast. I can lose him constantly. Okay. And, we'll just rain this thunder from above. thought I had touched him with it. I must have missed him at some point. I don't know if you touch it at the end of the stage or if there's a room where you go in. Like I said, I do not have this game committed to memory, sadly. I rented it once, and I got to a stage and I couldn't figure out the puzzle, so I got kind of ticked off and just didn't really get that into it. Oh, we got puzzle time. That little freak had a mouth. It's one of these two. Good, good. Hmm. Very good. Yeah, I rented it, and I just ran into trouble one stage, and I got kind of frustrated and just didn't really get back into it. Oops, sorry, Gooey. And then, by the time I regained interest, it was selling secondhand on eBay for, like, pretty pricey. Like, say, gosh, probably 60, 70, $80, which, around that post-college graduation time was kind of a bit, a bit more money than I really wanted to spend, so... I did pick it up eventually and clear it eventually, so... I've beaten it. I just haven't really, eaten it into my heart like the other game. Like Superstar. But I'll take any excuse to replay it. This is a good excuse. I get to ramble on about Kirby, at least for now. Who knows what it will devolve into later. So, each sort of little heart thing has each kind of, goal, and usually each world, or level, I guess they're called, has, a certain, one of each kind. So one will involve flowers, one will involve, using a certain buddy, one will involve, having to find someone. This one you have to find someone, which means going to the right area. Little stars give you more one-ups. I've already at 6, so doing pretty good. Rock, almost turns you into a rock. You basically sacrifice your mobility for a huge mix of defense. There's some nice little sprites in this game. That big Kaboo is good. Gaboo. Yeah, did that in-level Super Nintendo was, some pretty amazing things. Aside from like your Donkey Kong countries, this is just a pretty little game. Bats don't like to swim. Yeah, I'm not really feeling... Well, I wanted Cutter, but I'm sure it'll respawn if I... Yep, little Cutter Kappa. Sir Kibble, not in this game. I'm trying to remember if I've seen Waddle Dees. I need to set up... I don't really have diagonal input. Do I go down? Oh, see, I should have brought Rock with me. You have to have the right ability, and luckily there's a little rocky dude right here, so... Unfortunately, and this is where it gets in, like, kind of being frustrating, the character enemy you need is not always in the same level. Or you might have to, know ahead of time to have that certain combination. So definitely, there's... backtracking will be involved. Anyway, you get a boss fight. This big fiery feller. Normally you have to spit his stuff back at him, but I've got Rock. Fire types do not enjoy rocks. I'm going to take his power. Look at Ku just going on the floor. That's a good fluffy out. Look how fluffy Ku looks. Can we get the monkey? So we need the monkey to get the happiness heart. Burning and fire abilities in general, they're either very mobile or pretty immobile. You either breathe fire and you're stuck in place, or you get to zoom along. Lots of Kirby games combine it. More the Sakurai/Kumazaki ones where you have multiple abilities per. I cannot progress. I mean, I can. If I were a bit faster, I could have kept my owl. I will take this yummy tomato. Kirby does enjoy tomatoes. He needs the lycopene. Good for the eyes. Good for the blood and all that stuff. I will take a 1-up, sure. Oh. Random fact, the anime changed his favorite fruit from being the tomato to being the watermelon, because I think there's some pun involving watermelon, suika, and suck up. I don't know, something like that I've heard. But whatever, man. That menacing rock that didn't fall until I was like way out of the danger zone. You know, I just circumvent this puzzle almost entirely. Well, it's not really a puzzle, and I still kind of... I'm flying into everything. And since I gave the girl her monkey, you know, I get a heart snack. Oh, I got the funny face. And we have a lake stage. So what do we need a fish for? Oh, this is funny. Ku is not enjoying this. I mean, understandably so. Yeah, I should take the health, just in case. Never hurts. You gotta do your due diligence. Admittedly, this ability, the mobility reduction's kind of a pain in the butt. This is a game where you want to be pretty mobile, or, well, Ku is a character where, you know, mobility is kind of your goal. Those are some lovingly rendered logs. Alright. So, we saw a fish. What do we do with a fish? I like this song. Just listen. Makes you want to dance. So I'm sorry, Ku, but we need a fish. The fish has a plunger. Fish is going to unclog some shit. Oh. Look at that. Look at this fine-ass fish. This is a fish I can get behind. I mean, look at that. That's just good. Kirby, yep, Kirby, please. Kirby is... Ah. I appreciate that, you know, with the broom ability, they were creative. You know, they expanded it in general, like, cleaning and chores. It's a nice ability. It was good to see it come back. And the broom ability in Kirby Star Allies even summons the helpers that were introduced in this game. We've seen Choo Choo, we've seen Nago, we'll see Pitch, the other one, at some point. I could take all these other abilities, but I just want to plunge stuff. So we have a fish. What does a fish want? Oh, look, that is a very, very good mola mola. Look. Look, I'm gonna smooch. Yeah. Let's smooch, baby. No. Yeah! Oh, this is hot only for grown-up content, not for child. Alright, later, baby. Love you. Well, Kirby's getting the kiss. Kirby's getting the sugar. I'm just trying to go in the damn door. Which I can't go in the door due to my sins. There are fireworks going off outside, and I'm not feeling it. The last stage. I believe this is a bring a specific power-up combo. Oh yeah, I get a 1-up for getting enough little star doodlies. Oh, look at that spider. Look at that spider. That spider. Speaking of Kirby characters who just, appeared recently again. That spider, Kumo, has kind of shown up on and off. That spider was upgraded all the way from just this really incidental villain to the partner for the spider ability, which was introduced in Kirby Star Ally. Which is a neat little ability. Kirby, please. Eventually, somehow, I'll get, I'll do, at some point I'd like to do all the Kirbys. If I have to get all these orbs. That's what I have to do. Oh. Do not swallow the spider. It hurts, Kirby. I will not demo because I do not want to bring pain to Kirby on purpose. I will bring pain to Kirby through my platforming skills, but not on purpose. Anyway, you gotta get the shapes. Oh no. Him too fat. Him too fat. Alright, we'll be right back. Oh, I'm stuck here now. I almost was going to live there. It was almost going to be very bad. Look at this wall jump. Wall jumps will work. See, this is the other side of fire. You just breathe fire. Kirby, that is not a good motion to make on your friend. Again, this is a... Well, I mean, I already had the maturity marker because I cuss a lot, but, this... Other things are not for child. If you can handle a cuss, get off my bus. If you don't want Kirby to fuck, get out of my truck. Alright, so him too fat. Him too tall. But I'm not just going to abandon I'm not leaving my boy here. We ride till we die. I'm trying to do some exploring. I believe I saw the other shape, but I mean, I can get, like a fraction of a life. So the other shape is over there, so I gotta wait for this thwomp. Oh. I was misdirected. I bet I will have to do some backtrack. That's just the way it is. That's just how it do. Yep. Luckily, honestly, Rick is probably the best option for this, just because, you got that wall jump. I assume it's slightly faster than, flying up there. Who knows? Maybe not. We're not going for world record pace here. Like maybe Kirby Superstar, I could, get that level of speed going on. Certainly not, I'm not breaking any speedrunning records. But, I can get through it at a decent clip. Gotta stretch my neck. Well, that was a short demo of what, Kirby does if he has just fire. I don't remember if those little arrow guys give, any abilities. This was before the arrow ability. Archer. What is in here? Friends. Oh, I need that. Take a shot every time I mix up the buttons. Okay, yeah, Nago is a bit faster than I thought. Nago also gets... I don't know what this has to do with, I guess Nago's sweeping the floor off. Yeah, that's what it is, okay. I think before I'd seen people, like, ask if, like, is he doing a bodyboard? No, it's sweeping the floor. Which, you see sometimes, like, anime, they're training, gotta sweep the floor. There's some just weird tree cones. Maybe they're worms or something. I'm not dealing with that. Ain't got the time. It's a neat little kind of, pseudo 3D effect. I'm just not feel. Oh, can I get the one up still? Oh, I can. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, son. You live in there now. That's just how it's gonna be. Oh, you don't get that satisfying... In some Kirby games, if you have the fire ability, you just do this wonderful, like, hit animation when you hit the wall. But this one, you just kind of fizzle out. Yeah, this is probably doing me more harm than good. You got your shapes. Good for you. Remember to take the smiley pieces. Remember, you gotta catch every heart. Hearts must be catched. Almost like we're some sort of heart catch. And you know what? No one goes unhappy. Let's try this again. I just have to explore a bit. Ooh, witch sniped. I will take this. That is such a good witch design. I'm glad Broom Hatter got to be the representative for the ally for Star Ally for Broom, but that is an adorable little witch. Unfortunately, Kirby doing Broom on his own isn't really the greatest ability. Oh, you get this ability in Star Allies, and it's a very broken like mobility ability. And I bet, yeah, this is why I missed it. Oh. Yep, you gotta explore. Alright, I gotta satisfy this pervert. Again, not for child. Not safe for Curb. I feel this attack is way more deadly in Star Allies. Here it's just sort of, we're gonna float above danger. We take damage to save nothing. Well, there we go. Just gotta sprinkle some magic. Very good ability. I mean, this is a good ability for the fact that we're backtracking the stage. You almost got me. Alright. Since we satisfied this sicko, we catch another heart. Oh, not too bad. Alright, gonna take a sip and hydrate. Take a little breather. And deal with the tree. We just constantly love fucking this tree up. It's wispy. Bastard tree. Pretty simple. You just, fling the apples back. And then he goes mad and chases after you. Some rotten fruit thrown into the mix. Ugh, the way Wispy is creeping like this. The legs just look so... I mean, you got the creepy face, but the root legs are not very friendly. And, hey, since we caught every heart... But yes, I would like to do every Kirby over time. Not necessarily in order. Maybe do a Kirby rank. Which should be interesting. There's some where, I will get pretty... I'll have to do some soul searching. There's some weird cases like... Well, I mean, when I get to it, I'm going to do... Instead of Kirby Superstar, I'll do the DS one, which adds some good stuff and makes some decent changes. The music, though, unfortunately suffers of being a DS game. But, the handhelds for a while... Just something kind of about the GBA and DS. I mean, they had songs with very good composition, but just the quality did kind of suffer a bit, unfortunately. Now we're in Ripple Field, the water world. Time to swim. I'm not feeling Broom. I don't want to fly through this one. I did not even see what the little goal was for this. I was just too much of a hurry to start. I'm going to assume it involves flowers. Can I start select? I will be a coward, so yep, flowers. I think it might be preserve only the purple ones, destroy all others. We'll see. This is also a very fine song. Very tropical, getaway. Oh, that was a powerful dodge. Well, we gotta try them all out. So we have Pitch, the smaller bird. So, sorry, girl, we part. We got our, Talon Trot, just like our Banjo and Kazooie. Pretty fast. His flight, not quite as good as Ku. Not too bad, though. I mean, doesn't have that weird directional thing Ku has. He's a tiny bird. He's not going to be as strong. But he's fast. Oh, look at that. Look at that animation. Look at the wings flap. Just watch this. I am loving this. This really is it's an adorable game. What happens if we get rock? Well, what happens if we get cleaning, we get a bucket. This may be tied into the secret. We'll see. if I don't lose it or die. I bet, kindness here. Oh, yep, I have to... Well, we'll see. Trying to be careful not to step on anything. We must respect nature. Fuzzy Little Bird is just amazing character design. I mean, maybe even a burb. Not a borb. The borb is not in this game, unfortunately. My man crush, boyfriend, whatever, not in this game. Sadly, he does not appear in any of the I'm blanking on the name of the person who directed these. It's not Sakurai, of course. It's not Kumazaki, who is the current Kirby director. You know, the one who makes all the Kirby games with like the space. Well, I mean, this one has something too that's very freaky, but ooh, that was some good sniping. Oh, I could have got that other one over there. Very good. This is a kawaii kiwi, perhaps. Look at that run. I'm not sure if pitch is a kiwi just because of the whole, you know, actually my own ability to fly, but also it's a cartoon, so... Don't over... Look at that! Oh my god. Look at that! Oh. This is not like the most, useful ability, but it's sure neat. Like, the main limit here is just, Kirby's lost some mobility. I believe, you can retrieve weapons or items this way, which is pretty dope. Actually could have used that, oh well. I keep trying to slide, which unfortunately you can't do. I just have to not get hit a couple times. That's all. I feel I should have gone down to get that candy, but, I mean, I'm not too much of a huge sweat. I can go back and get it, but, I'm not really feeling it, Lois. Oh, I gotta go up. Yep, there are... Okay, I was correct. There are Wildlies in this game. I'm not... Sadly, I am killing them. I have no heart. Look, I made the flower happy. Happy flower, happy power. Oh! Nailed it. Nailed it. Lovely little stage music as well. Anyway, I believe I know what we need. So let's try another ability. Oh, look at this. Look at the peck. We're really doing some Banjo-Kazooie stuff right here. Did Rare play this game first? Am I gonna have to, like, hit up the ukulele account and the Rare people and be like, yo, you got some explaining to do. Alright. That was kind of useful, but I believe I will need this. Oh. That is good. Like, it's not really useful, but... Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's also good. Honestly, might be the best, just, let Pitch fly around fucking things up. It's a bit slower. It is a bit slower underwater. Alright, I love working with you, buddy, but you gotta drown. If I use the right ability. Because I will need this fish. Because what that if you're paying attention, if you're doing what I don't always do and focusing. Hmm. 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 I guess I have to actually start spinning, or I have to hit them with the umbrella. Yeah. Ugh. Not quite as useful. You want to have the fish for the current. Oh no, I'm gonna want that. I don't know if there's any opportunities to get it again. Oh look, I can actually jump out of water without having to, like do fucking wizard tricks. We have this horrifying tall fireball. Ooh. I mean, Kine swims ridiculously fast. Let's satisfy this pervert. That's just the stage sometimes. Sometimes, to catch a heart, you have to satisfy the pervert. I'm gonna dump this power. It's not doing super good. We're just gonna spit out fire, which is pretty badass animation. Even works underwater. I mean, the mobility for Kine outside of the water isn't terrible. Those are some good crabs, but you don't get the floating ability. All right, let's catch the heart. These really are some sort of like Pretty Cure, Sailor Moon, MacGuffins, giblets. You gotta get all the giblets to fill up the toy, or get, the Silver Millennium Crystal, whatever. Gotta catch them hearts. Eels. This song just. I like that drum tone. Oh, listen, I love this Kirby brass. Look, look, you've learned to use a boat. I will. You are committing no sin against me. I will spare you. Look at that jump. Look at the big jumpy. I actually might want that Kappa ability. I will not be banning Kappa in chat because people may want to mention the creature. Dope ass fish laser. I ain't got time for you. Why did I even try? I mean, you can't do anything to me. Look at Kine just vibing. I like the fish. I'm sorry. You have to drown. Naughty hamsters go in the drown zone. Alright. Luckily the respawn on these enemies is pretty good. You just kind of waltz off screen. And fish bulb. Like, Homer Simpson. And I believe if we wait... Yes! Look! Can I just kind of straight up stab you with a broken light bulb? Like I said, Kirby it's not for child. You got your perverts. All right. Number 3. 5. 1. See, when I'm paying attention, things go pretty good. So, I've earned a sip. Look at this cute pause screen. It feels bad that like the for the most part I feel indie game styling's kind of skipped from like 8-bit ish. Not like you get that kind of 8-bit style, which doesn't always like completely 8-bit because there's too many colors, so it looks more like a Game Boy Color. But give me stuff that looks like this. It's got the walls with holes in them for no reason, just to look nice. Hmm. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, some of they're a bit chufty, so they get stuck. Oh, I can still go down there. Can I? Okay, I did not screw myself. You get the chufty star, so let me get a couple of those. All right, I'm gonna. It's probably gonna go blank for a second. I'm going to check some things. Let's see. So who is the person behind this one? Let's see. Kirby Dream Land 3. Shinomura, which I believe there's like next to no information on them. Like they did Dreamland 2, 3, and Crystal Shards, and then that was it. So there's kind of some mystery elements. Did they simply stop working on the games? Were they a pseudonym for someone? Did they pass away? I mean, there's just hardly any information, and I feel like we're not going to get a ton of information on that period. So I mean, no real need to dig too far. But it's still kind of interesting. Just this weird Kirby hermit. All right. Okay, I'm probably I'm trying to remember how many worlds this levels this game is because I may not go. This may be a multiple day one. I think there were 5. Well, yeah, it's a star, so there's 5. So maybe I'll get half through. I'll get halfway through and then save the rest for another night, probably next week. Anyway, let's resume. Once I get all my eggs in a row. Okay, my eggs are in a row. All right, a frog. I believe I have to find the other frog. So this is a neat little. You gotta love the weird water temple. Uh, which one do I want? Plunger is pretty much the same, but I get that suction ability, so I think I'll go with this. So long, Nautilus. Okay, we got a door maze. Oh, it is not a door maze. I'm just staying with my homeboy. I should have taken that one. It's not too late, though. Sometimes, like, the enemies respawning slightly off screen, it can, like... Oh, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. Oh, well. I was thinking Cutter's the really good one, but yeah, sometimes in games where enemies like respawn right off screen can be bad. This is the one I wanted. Anyway, enemies sometimes respawn off screen bad. Uh, like in the Mega Man's, or you go like a pixel off screen, and suddenly they're back and just knocking you into a pit. Oh, I actually need. Welp. Yeah, I believe this is one where I want the spark ability. It's not always good to be on a chuffy buddy when you're in side-scrolling sections. You don't want to get pinched. Oh, there are still... Okay, I can still get through the doors. So if I had the light ball from earlier, I'll be able to see hidden doors. But but fortunately, that's not like some games where you have to be able to see them to use them. Oh, now I gotta fight Sir Stitch. Oh. Fortunately, I believe we respawn right. Yep. Sir Stitch in Kirby's Dream Land 2 is a very hard mini-boss. Kirby's Dream Land 2 is probably... like at a base level, one of the hardest Kirby's. It's an odd duck. I'll talk about that when we get there. Oh, the water, it actually affects your... That is good to consider. Thank you. Oh, no, you weren't dead yet. Oh, so Gooey appears in this game, then appears a million years later in Kirby Star Allies. I'm sorry, Gooey. I did not mean to swallow you all the time. He is your little buddy in Star Allies. You got a frog. Look at that frog. You're going to have to get used to me just saying, look at everything in this game because everything looks so good. But, yeah. He appears in this game. He appears in Star Allies. He's your buddy. He looks things. It was really good to see him in the trailer where it's like, hey, we're adding, free DLC to our game. You get more friends. Because originally, like, you had your Star Allies, which are, the helpers. Originally, you had, your usual group of Waddle Dee, DDD, and Meta Knight. But they added, a lot more. And Gooey was one of them, which it was good to see him appear after, like, 20 or so years. Give or take. Not quite 20, but, still more or less. You gotta round up. Gotta fudge the numbers. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You're all gonna get to watch this while I take a sippy. I don't know if it's really a sippy if you're drinking something good. Or if you're taking a huge chunk of cheese juice. Horrible, wretched cheese juice. Oh, Gooey. Damn, Gooey. You got my back. Like I said, Gooey, we ride till we die. Okay. This, I think, is the level that kind of pissed me off. Pissed, young cheapsteaks off. I'll kind of get into why. I think there's a puzzle element, which we'll see how this goes. This may be a twice played level. I'm gonna pause a second. I don't know why, but I have like a mild little Not quite headache, but it's bothering me, so I'm gonna take a Tylenol. So if y'all just 1 second here, I have to find where my Tylenol rolled off to. Oh goodness, no! Oh, gotta be careful with those. Yeah, I don't know if it's just might be a little frustration from not getting that Game Boy Advance emulator, Game Boy Advance Wizard to work, but feeling a little bit bugged, so I'm gonna take a Tylenol. Can't really take anything but Tylenol because I'm still kind of recovering from that sinus surgery. I'm past the worst of it, but I'm a wimp. I play it safe. All right. Anyway, I'm just gonna ride this out. As long as I don't run into Gordo, I'm fine. Because you can't mess with Gordo. Gordo cannot be hurt. Gordo only can hurt. Gordo isn't an enemy. Gordo is an obstacle. I believe this is a multiple part puzzle. I think I need fish. I think I might have needed to go the other way. Let's see. I might have needed that. And actually, I like that ability in some ways. So, even though the needle is super useful, so let's see. This might get into one of the things I kind of slightly annoys me about this era of Kirby. Of you need this specific combination of abilities, but you might not have immediate access to it. Which is kind of some game design. Alright, I'm gonna need rock. Oh, I am sorry. Fish. Okay, rock. Was it rock that I needed? I believe so. Sorry, Gooey. Okay. I don't remember if rock was something further ahead or something back, so we'll do a little... Okay, good. I believe we need to do a escort quest for fish. Because, him too fat. Unfortunately, rock in this game isn't quite as, amazing as it can be in some other Kirby games. It's a very low... It sacrifices the mobility for... I mean... Look right there. Mobility for defense and offense. But, if you want to play it safe, sometimes you want that. We get to help our friend too. I was gonna go back, and sometimes Kirby does the mouth to mouth. But, I wanted to gotta make sure my homie's doing okay. Sometimes you just want to kiss your homie, make everything better. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, well I have to do some exploring because reasons. Okay, look at that sassy child. Alright, I am sorry. I must traumatize you. Alright, what does... Oh, that's pretty funny. That's funny. Fortunately in this game, I mean, typically when you use a Kirby ability underwater, you just get that little... You get a little water gun attack. This one, though, it seems like most of the helper abilities are still viable underwater, which is nice. Water currents suck, but every game puts them in because they hate you. Alright, you gotta get, super close. There's not a lot of let with this water current. Oh, no. That is a good little squid design. Very simple, very pleasant. We're just gonna do a dance in the corner there. I feel like this is a game where I have to very much think about what I'm doing. Like Mario World, even when the order is, all out of whack, I still have the general, gist of it. But this one, I'm not as, it's not like muscle mind memory. It's not, committed. It's there, but it takes a little more, like, I have to access it a bit more. I am sorry, Gooey, you're having a bad day. You're just not dealing with this well. So, I can't go off on as many tangents as I can say yesterday, but, we'll just talk about the games. Sometimes you gotta talk about the game. The stability is kind of has some annoying parts. Alright, but we're very powerful now. Hopefully I didn't just use up all my power dealing with the flight jankiness. Yep, bird, not really meant to fly. Some birds, that's not what they do. Yep. Well, I said we ride till we die. He died. Can we pour some out for him in chat? Look at that mom bird. Look. Look at this design. Yay. That's just... makes you feel like you're doing something right, I don't know why I was going for the 1-up. I mean, at 14 lives, that should get us through the game. Anyway. What does that little shapy friend do? What do they want? How do we catch their heart? Look at the crab. Crab got reach. Alright. Unfortunately, I have to dispose of the crabs. Look, that's a good detail. The sand bird does not want to run in sand. You don't run in sand. Can cat do sand? I am sorry, but I'm all about the speed and mobility. We gotta go ham wild. We're all hams here. Hashtag ham crew. He eats sunflower seeds. Crump crump crump. He's my best friend. Because it's Hamtaro time. Remember when they put that on Toonami? This will do. I'm probably just going to run through the stage. Keep forgetting, Nago has the triple jump. Remember, though, Hamtaro on Toonami? Which they did just for the lulz. I'm sorry for using the word. Sorry for, I mean, it's a Babby show. And I say this as someone considers myself a Babby show watcher. Oh, I gotta use my memory. Okay, up, down, up, down. Up, down, then something. Okay. Up, down, something. Hmm. Okay. Oh, we went into the middle. Oh, we gotta do the whole thing again. Was that the middle? Middle-ish. Yeah, I mean, Hamtaro was just, I don't know why. Probably would have been better off, you know, like 4Kids or whatever. Or you know, better off on like Kids WB. Or Maguzi, but I think it was before Maguzi, you know, the Kid Toonami. Toonami with like Teen Titans. And probably Code Lyoko. French ass forehead show. Look at these weird. They're like the fire bars from Mario, but just slow and defeatable. I don't respect them, so I will make sure to destroy them all. Hmm. Look at this effect. Look at these stars. Okay. I didn't really mean... I'm probably better off without that. Okay, this one kind of sucks because... Gotta be precise. Can you guess what I'm doing? Can you solve the puzzle? Son of a... Yeah, see, you gotta be extremely careful. Do I want... Come on with me, dude. I can't let a homie just, you know, rot. I hope it respawns, because I don't want to do the level again. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's what sucks, though. You know, sometimes the Kirby, he's just a little too, you know, enthusiastic. Like that. You gotta be super precise, and unfortunately that's not, like, the most precise thing. I feel like if I was above water, it'd be a bit easier, because then I can just use the, you know... Well, actually, this might be a bit better. Yeah, this is not fun. I mean, it's not like the worst experience in a game ever, but just, eh. I can think of other Kirby puzzles I'd rather deal with. There. Gotta make the shape. Made the shape. My head's feeling a bit better, fortunately. I think the Tylenol did help. I also readjusted my, my headset. It was kind of pressing on the top of my head. I can be, like, very weirdly sensitive with, like, pressure. Like, even wearing headphones kind of sucks for me. Because the way they kind of push my ear in against my glasses. So, it's suffering. It's like that, it's like mildly discomforting, but it's distracting. Alright. So, but I think we're good for now. Okay. I was anxious about these guys because I think there's an enemy that looks like them in Kirby's Dream Land 2 that if you have a animal companion, it kills them in one hit. And, you know, I don't want to lose my homie. Gotta take it easy. You gotta have the coconut trees. I mean, coconuts, they kill a lot of people. I won't be making any DK rap references. This is Kirby, this is not... Like... yeah, I should have just ran. Oh, that was bad. I got flamboozled. Kirby, though, yeah, he's a bit more mobile in this case. And he flies faster than I suspected. I mean, sometimes you just don't need an animal buddy. Sometimes you just gotta go it on your own. I think sometimes the game kind of, I won't say trick you, but you get in this mindset of, well, having an animal buddy is better, so I need one. But yeah, look at the speed. Kirby's booking it. And we satisfied this horrible block pervert. Catch the heart. Hashtag catching hearts. And we get a 1-up. 14 lives. Which, lives mean nothing. I do hope I hope the next Kirby game just does away with them like Mario Odyssey did. Anyway, we have the Lesser Whale. And Kirby Superstar has a very good whale named Fatty Whale, who we'll probably see at some point. Acro just isn't the same. I mean, when we see Fatty Whale is like a technologically impressive. He's got some Mode 7 spinning. It's this huge sprite. This is a tiny little whale. Which I get, it's an orca. It's going to be smaller. I want the big whale. I'm going to knock some babies back. Can I even knock the babies back? We all love the underwater boss fight. Just going apeshit over underwater bosses. Can I even... Kirby doesn't really swim downwards very well. I believe in some of the more recent Kirby games, you get a pretty good down swim. And also they realize, hey, no one really wants too many underwater boss fights. I'll have to remember if there are any or not. Whenever we get to Kirby Return to Dreamland, I feel like there may or may not be. We'll see. Fatty Whale, yeah. Bring back Fatty Whale. Kumazaki, if you're watching this, if you're listening, we need that whale back. If we can have, all those other Kirby characters come back, bring back Fatty Whale, bring back Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. Anyway, up. We caught all the hearts. Oh, I have to catch this heart. Star. Hearts and stars. We're halfway to Lucky Charms. So I'll start here. I'll either get halfway through or I'll finish it. But yeah, definitely, this is a two-parter. I have to have the suspense of, does Kirby save everything? Oh, Sand Canyon. We'll get there. This is the part where we really need some anime gibberish. Making noises over this song because the song is incredibly good and it's extremely catchy, and I think I have to commit flower murder. But spare the mushrooms because they do not want us to kill them, because we need to catch the mushroom heart. We need to catch that mushroom heart. Oh my god, we need to something there. Okay, no more of that, but yeah. It is enjoyable. Unfortunately, I could not get into I had some shenanigans with my emulator, which I will take some blame for, last minute deciding I should, just start this right now and see if it streams before, see if it captures. So I'll screw around with that. I'll check with my resources. But Amazing Mirror will happen. Maybe not next. Who knows? Next. I'm still sticking to some, like familiar-ish games. I want to build up some people, some viewers before I get to the weird stuff. What are you? Oh, you were this. I don't need the giblets, but I'm taking the giblets. Why not? Again, after I just went over that, fallacy of you need a partner, I'm like, you're coming with me. What will get me? What got me murdered? But I mean, you got to use the features. They're there. We're not going for optimization. We're going for just showing off some Kirby. You got to destroy the blocks so the cannons can't shoot you. That's just the way of life. Then it shoots you anyway. I don't even need the platforms. I'm not falling for your trick. I don't really need an ability. You don't always need an ability. Sometimes you just, you just work with your own tool set. Sometimes you just get shot a million times. No danger of, any game over. I was trying to see if there's any sort of mixability in this game, which I'm sure there is. Not quite as, bombastic, because we only have, a handful of abilities to really mix from, but, you gotta try. Wish I had that slide. It's a useful ability, just, being able to quickly dispose of enemies kind of down. I think an important thing for games is, being able to deal with enemies, like, in all directions. Like, it's annoying when enemies, you can't hit them because they're too short. Like in the Shantae games, very good good character design, colorful, lots of thought effort put into them. But the fact that like with their ponytail, you have to give up your mobility to use it, and you have to really slow yourself down. I mean, you have to duck if you want to attack something below you, hit it multiple times. It kind of it breaks up the flow, which I mean maybe not a bad thing, but just I'm very much the keep moving, keep attacking. Defeat enemies, but it doesn't impede you. Cavemen do not give the stone ability. There's no water ability. I could see that giving you maybe electric. It's a thundercloud, not really striking anything, but not feeling it. Oh, I was assuming there was a pit down there, so... But yeah. I mean, this is a pleasant little game. I say as I, lose. Dun, dun, dun. This is such... Oh, that's a neat little touch. I see what your gimmick is now. I mean, you can only do so much against me. You can reflect that. You've got a bag of tricks. But I'll just, like, float above you. I don't know why, I just keep running on this assumption that there's, bottomless pits, but it's just, with the amount of vertical scrolling... Oh, excuse me. It's not really a thing. Look at that nice little cloud effect, that parallax. Is that the proper thing, parallax scrolling? I don't know why I'm trying to spit stuff at them. Because I know they'll smack it back. I think I missed a flower. I'll come back to that. No rush, no hurry. Yeah, I think I'll just get halfway through this world and then we'll wrap it up. I've got some things to do tomorrow and we'll deal with it. Right now, though. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. And drop it like it's hot. Got some cactuses. Don't really want their ability. I want to be able to move quickly. The music makes me want to move quickly, but also sometimes, you don't need to always engage the bad guys. Yeah, I could easily see a lot of people missing this game. I mean, even if you were, like, like, growing up when it came out when the Nintendo 64 was taking off, that really just distracted it. I don't really need you guys. I mean, people just kind of moved on. The N64, it was a thing. I will pause and check when this came out and when, say, Mario 64 came out. I remember renting Mario Kart 64 and this at the same time and getting way more into Mario Kart 64. This is when I learned that, hey, sometimes you don't need an ability. Kirby's own powers are perfectly fine. They're a little... Oh! I don't think I've ever ran into this secret before. Got your bullshit hidden walls. Oh, I am sorry, Waddle Dee. But yeah, I mean, this Kirby game I don't think it took off. It just unfortunate timing. It got some, virtual console releases, but never like, say, nothing like when, Kirby Superstar got its, remake. And it's in that weird, Kumazaki era, not Kumazaki, Shimamura, was it? It's just a weird little ice. Yeah, we'll do ice. It's just an odd kind of thing. Just admittedly sort of poor timing. Oh, I see what I see. I see. I didn't know what their gimmick was. Look, I thought this would be a puzzle stage. Is it too late to get broom? It is not too late to get broom. That, fortunately, is not a concern in this stage. There are some stages where, you will have to make sure you have the right ability or you'll have to come back. So, yeah, we're glad we have broom. Okay. I have vague memories of this one, so it's not... I want to make sure I didn't need to do anything there, so... This is a neat little... Yeah. Kirby's got to help. I love that sound that dirt makes when you break it. The destroying a block sound in all Kirby games is very satisfying. Kirby's games have some very good sounds. I feel like this one has made it through, like, even in the more modern Kirby's. Yeah. I feel like the more modern ones kind of, they've nodded away from that. That's a good point to learn. That sort of, oh, I need this power for sure. Or when you do need a power, it's usually, like, fight a boss with it. Or, there'll be a bunch of the enemies. I don't want to deal with hurt the little dust bunnies. Okay, I don't really want... Broom is not great for this. Like I said, sometimes you just don't want powers because they compromise your ability to move fast. And that is fine. You don't need a power all the time. Sometimes just the best power is the one you have within you. For Kirby, that's, suck 'em up, Kirby. I should make a sound clip of Kit Tiff from the Kirby anime saying suck 'em up. But I should also change it to fuck 'em up, Kirby. Or fuck it up, Kirby, because Kirby's gonna smack some bullshit. Don't really need the tomato. I mean, I can get a half, fill up my little last giblet of health, but, I'm doing alright. Got that sweet, snipe I just got there. Look at these Unfortunately, they can't survive without their stuff. Look at that! I am just getting some skill. We got some quicksand. There are some neat little stage interactions in this game. I feel sort of bad for not like engaging with the pits, but like I said, a lot of them are just an octopus or a squid lives there, and I've already done the puzzle. I've already hard caught, hard copy. Add to the one-up pile. Okay, this one is, I assume, the gimmick minigame. We get our kind of moody cave music. We got Stonehenges. Who made these Stonehenge? Well, if we're going by, well, no, never mind. I'm gonna say, this is not the apocalyptic planet. That's a different game. Kirby's World Pop Star, it's its own thing. It is not post-apocalyptic Earth. But, well, I don't want to... Whenever I do Kirby 64, we'll come back to that. Kirby 64, though, will probably be in the decent future. I do want to, like I said, try all the Kirbys. I'll do, do the mainline ones. You're trying to trick me. Oh, those are probably just animal buddies, but really, I should just, sometimes you want to use the powers they're given to you. I should have done that, but I've seen Kirby, excuse me. Need some water. Kirby 64 is a nice little game, but it definitely has that, problem of that, hey, bring this ability. Oh, this ability's not on this stage. Oh, you missed using your opportunity to use this ability, so don't want to get stuck in the holes there. Don't really need this. That you can get rid of your stone. You don't need it. It's not as useful here. Here, you can just be patient. Yeah, we'll get to our deeper Kirby lore. We're, right now, Kirby's Dream Land 3 is where we're at. Gotta save some things to talk about when I get to the respective Kirbys. There's, I think, probably, 15 mainline Kirbs. Give or take. I'm sorry, fuzzballs. I'm impatient right now, though, so I'm just gonna go through and murder everyone. Science. I believe I have plans to do science. Technically, I could also do a companion science. Oh, right now, though. Okay. If I do Kirby companion science, it will be in a specific way based off star allies. Oh, were there 5 or 6? Go through. Oh, I somehow stumbled into greatness there, which is good because I do not want to redo this stage again, just for this bullshit minigame. But I don't like when they force you to replay a stage. I am glad that happened. But yeah, if I do companion science, it will be based off on which character was your Star Allies partner from the respective games. Like Gooey. He is the Star Allies partner from this game. So I would see how he falls. Right now, Gooey is going to be, number 1. He's going to be number, first, last, Alpha, Omega, until, I finish the next one. And the companions, not necessarily all are heroes. In fact, most of the Star Allies companions have tried to kill Kirby at one time or another. That's just how it do. Whether it be, to achieve a means to an end, or, they're flat out evil, or just because they're a rat bastard. There are some rat bastards in the Kirby universe. One of them's a wizard. Don't trust wizards. A capitalist wizard. Look at that. I believe Kirby is the name, or no, Kirby's a different one. Look at that. Look at that bastard march. Strut your shit, dude. See, now I'm going to be paranoid about walls. I mean, King Dedede, he's become, less of a bastard over time, but still kind of a jerk. A Meta Knight has moments. We'll get to one of those moments later. Meta Knight not in this game. He is in the Sakurai / Kirby / Shimomura branch. Not Shimomura, Kumazaki, Shinya. Blah! All these names. Alright, well, this will be the last stage, I think, for the night. I've got some plans for tomorrow I'm going to take care of. I want to relax. I like to decompress before I sleep. But I will go back and capture a heart. But really, I don't want to I don't want to deal with the pyramid tonight. My brain's not big enough for the pyramid. Okay, I believe murder every flower. So either I missed a flower or I accidentally killed a mushroom. So I'm going to be extra careful. Even, with my stars. I believe they can hurt flowers and mushrooms. I don't really want to find out. Yeah, flowers. Absolutely could have missed that one. Unfortunately, I believe I do have to complete the stage still. Yep, I do. Because I have to get to the end and capture the heart, so... We'll just, get through this. Kind of a, just... design. Kirby gets some very good, vertical movement. The horizontal flying is not the best. For playing Star Allies, that's one where you really got to consider your horizontal and your vertical movement. You want that vertical movement for reasons in certain sub-games. If I do, for Star Allies, that'll definitely be a later one. I'll probably have to have some sort of capture ability for that. Because, I mean, current gen game, I'd like to use my own file. That'd be nice. So, we'll burb that curb when we get there. We'll scoot the curbs. Okay, I need a rock at some point. As I said, this is one where, you want to have that rock. Because when you have a slope, and it's going the right way, you just become a death machine. Oh, excuse me. I had too much pizza. This is not an enviable position. At least the song is a bop. You cannot see me, but right now I'm just, swaying side to side. I could just fly above, but like I said, Kirby's his vertical speed in the air isn't the best. It's just nice to take like a nice big jump. Kirby has some good forgot. Some good jumps in this game. I'll have to compare it to other Kirby games and just vanilla jump. But it'll be exciting to do all the curbs. I mean, some I've played a million times. Adventure I've done so much. Superstar. I mean, Kirby's Dream Land, we'll we'll do that when we get there. I will consider the Kirby like spin-offs. Probably not all of them, but I'll consider that one. Kirby Dream Force is a bit more puzzle, and sometimes that's a bit, I get a bit salty about that. Well, but we'll see about that. Like I say, Kirby's will be alternating with other weird games. So anyway, yeah, I think that'll be it for the night. About half through this one, I will resume it. Maybe Monday. I think I might switch to Mondays and Wednesdays, just because I usually don't have too many evening plans for those. So yeah, thank everyone for stopping out. We'll resume Kirby. You are welcome. I'm always happy to stream for everyone. I'm always, got to spread the good word of Kirby. Admittedly, this one might not be the best Kirby for me to spread the good word. When we get to, Kirby Superstar, when we get to some of the more modern Kirbys, then I'll go into full-on curb-splaining mode. Even, I'm going to do Nightmare in Dreamland over Adventure, because just gotta I played it in Adventure a ton, and Nightmare in Dreamland has some nice graphical updates, has some nice designs. There's an extra mode which I'm all for, but I don't want to spoil that. But yeah, when I do the ranking of the Kirbys, I'll probably do Adventure and Nightmare in Dreamland. Nightmare in Dreamland might be like a weird little asterisk one, since it's a remake and all. But, that's... Can't get too caught up in the details. Anyway, Kirby, wonderful little series. It's my favorite franchise. It's a weird little hill to die on, and in America where Kirby isn't quite as huge. In Japan, Kirby is a religion. I want to go to the Kirby Cafe one day. After all, the virus shenanigans are done. Eat cute Kirby foods. But, and I haven't even got to go over my huge Kirby obsession yet. I mean, when he shows up, when I play a game with him in it, then I'll just go into ramble mode. But probably that'd be Amazing Mirror. But yeah, thank you all again. We'll resume this soon. We'll finish this game up. This is the one where you really have to go for the pretty high collectibles. Not 100% because that requires some bonus game shenanigans that I'm not really feeling. But you have to get all of the MacGuffins. You have to get all the McRibs, the giblets, before you can fight the real boss. And we want to fight the real boss for reasons. Because you want the whole a decent experience of the game. I'm probably not going to do 100% on all of them. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm rambling. I've got plans. I got things going on tomorrow. I'll be, unfortunately, I'll be out for the weekend, so there really won't be any streams from my side. Step in, Chiroka Joe. He'll be doing, streaming some Zelda. He's approaching Breath of the Wild. We just have that obstacle of not Kirby. Triforce Heroes in the way. It's an interesting little thing, that one of those weird side ones, but it still really is a Zelda. So Be interesting to see that. I look forward to seeing how it compares. I assume it will be anywhere from mediocre to passable, but we'll find out. Will it be better than Twilight Princess? Depends on if it actively hates the player. I'm even like the Kirby games I would put at the bottom. Solid, nice platformers. I mean, they're heads above your bad licensed platformers. Like they have some directions I'm not fond of, but when we get to them, I mean, unfortunately, I would probably put this one near the bottom, mostly for personal reasons, and some of those little touches I'm not too big on. Nostalgia is a huge factor, admittedly. I mean, my number one is half nostalgia. It's part nostalgia. Well, there's like a duel, two Kirby's fighting for number one. One's the nostalgia choice, but is probably my favorite game ever. The other is not quite as nostalgic, but it's so good in gameplay and just this. It's really built on the Kirby formula established by the games before it. I don't want to go into any names. We'll cross those bridges when we get there. But when I get to that one is an event. You all may kind of be able to figure out the one I'm thinking of. I mean, as a hint, it's one of the more recent ones. Not the most recent ones. It features some wonderful surprises. There was one surprise, unfortunately, the bastard YouTube channel spoiled me on. It spoiled me on a very special rat bastard, but I still, I'm still glad they showed up. It, they pour lots of, there. The direction of the most recent Kirby games, it's basically what happens if I got to make Kirby games. But sometimes you don't want the super fan taking over. But I feel like in this case, it's a case where the super fan taking over actively benefit, really uplifted the series. I mean, in some ways the gameplay is kind of stagnant, but like I said, it's solid. It's just a nice casual platformer that sometimes you get to the hidden modes that beat the crap out of you. Sometimes you fight fucking monstrosities. Kirby. You won't. I mean, I don't want to delve into further games. I feel like I should talk about them when I play them. But I will be gushing. Like if you thought I was rambling during Mario World about anime and stuff, when I get into Kirby, I'll be speaking until my throat is bleeding. No, not that extreme, but yeah, I'm just rambling. But yeah, thank you all so much. I will see you next week for the Revenge of Kirby, Dreamland 3, the one with more animals. We'll talk about we'll see what PonCon is. Is it a Ponzi Con? I don't know. Is it a convention? Is it Pon de Flor? Panel de Pon? Oh, 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 I don't know. Good night, friends. Thank you for joining me for Kirby. Now get out.